Right now, I am in the underground parking at FIDM, and I'm going to be attending a FIDM event. I was personally invited by FIDM to attend the fashion event. Nick Verreos is going to be there, and I'm so excited. So I'm about to head upstairs and go to the event. It's in the FIDM Museum, so let's go. Now I'm in the elevator by myself. Oh my god. I'm so excited. I'm about to like walk over to the museum. So this is gonna be so exciting.
After the red carpet event that you'll stick around and go and see our exhibition, The Art of Motion Picture Costume Design. This is the 22nd year that we have done this, and we have 130 pieces on exhibition from 23 films, including all 5 of the costume design nominees. So I would like to, with great honor and great pleasure, talk to you a little bit about our special designer guest tonight. Nick Verreos is a FIDM alumnus. He is one of the stars of Under the Gun. Hopefully you're all watching that on Thursday night. That's why we didn't do this on Thursday night, because you have to go home and turn on the TV at 9 o'clock. It's an exciting, exciting show. He is here to preview for you, along with his partner, David Paul, what glamour is all about. And from his red carpet line, Nicolaki. Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you Nick Verreos.
Thank you, Barbara. Hello. Wow. Wow. Hello. Hi. First of all, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for attending and for waiting a little bit for us. You know, I'm so honored to be here. I have to thank FIDM, the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising, Barbara Bundy, the divine Shirley Wilson, and the FIDM Museum. I think Barbara told you this amazing museum exhibition that we have. It's the 22nd annual, and we have over 100 costumes, 20 plus films, costumes from so many stars, including Oprah Winfrey, Will Smith, Jennifer Lawrence. And so we felt it was so appropriate, especially during award season and the lead up to the Academy Awards. Yes, exactly, which is so exciting. And to have a red carpet fashion presentation. Don't you think? Yeah. Right? It just makes sense. And everybody always asks, well, you know, what do you think the trends will be? They always ask me. And so I said, well, you know what? I'm going to show you. And I will show you, not just show you, but show you with my gowns. And so you'll see a sneak peek, 10 gorgeous gowns from my newest collection, designed along with David Paul. And you'll see him a little bit later. But each of them really represent a divine goddess. And it's a tribute to all women. I was raised by, I say, a pack of wolves, by a pack of women. And every collection is a tribute to my mommy and my grandma, may she rest in peace, my sister, because they were such goddesses to me. And really, my mom bought me notebooks to continue my love of fashion and to keep on drawing. And this is way before Twitter and Facebook. But yes, and I just want to give you a little background. Each gown took probably approximately 1,000 hours of labor. And that includes from the patterns, the draping, to the toile, the muslin sample, as well as the sewing. I think on average, the sewing took about 40 hours. Now, just before you say anything, we didn't make our seamstress sit for 40 hours straight, okay? Because A, it's illegal, and B, it's probably not healthy to do that. So each gown probably took about a week to create, but it has our dear loving arms and hands and touch and all that you can see. So with each gown, I will talk to you about a trend that possibly you will see at the Academy Awards on the red carpet with my Nicolaki gown. So are you guys ready? Yeah. Okay, all right. Let's start with a wow. And this is Janica. Good applause. This is Janica, and I want to start with a big trend that we saw in the haute couture shows as well as on the runway shows, and that's the ball gown. And the color also. This is a canary yellow, almost like a lemon yellow. This is a silk organza, striped. Of course, there's the back. So it's, oh, do you hear that? You like the sound of that. But basically with this gown, you're looking at a big trend, which is the full ball gown. This is a type of gown, when you enter, I've been there at the Oscars, you want to be noticed from beginning to end. You know? And this is the type of gown that will get you noticed. It's sweet, it's elegant, and to me it also harks back to Grace Kelly, which is one of the muses for this collection. I wanted to devote myself, like I said, to goddesses and women, especially of the 50s and 70s, like Bianca Jagger, and you know, also Marella Agnelli, Betsy Bloomingdale, a lot of goddesses, divas, but good divas, fashion divas that inspired me as a fashion designer. So, and you notice in the back also, each of these crystals, these are all Swarovski crystals, they've been hand beaded as well, just to add a little bit of that sparkle. Not too much, right? Thank you, Jen. Next up, we've got Tylin. Hi, Tylin. And this is the trend of the goddess gown, the Grecian goddess, Roman goddess, Spartan goddess. And this is a cream silk chiffon. It's been hand gathered. And then you notice the gold trim in the back. And that was all made in India. And all the gathering and the ruching in the front has been all hand done. And this is one of those gowns, again, that is very simple, elegant from the front. But I also wanted to add a little bit of a, what we say, a Watteau back. So it's got the full back for the dramatic walk. And then, of course, a slit in case you want to do a little bit of an Angelina. But this is a gown I see for somebody, for example, like Lupita Nyong'o. She's a fashionista, and this is one of those goddess gowns. It's elegant, it's classic, and it looks amazing on cocoa skin. You're welcome, darling. Thank you, Tylin. Now we have Brianna. Hi, darling. And this really, to me, I was inspired by the 50s and the Cristobal Balenciaga gowns. And speaking of, this is silk gazar, which is a fabric that was made originally for Cristobal Balenciaga. And it's really about the structured silhouette. And it's a little bit off the body. So it's one of those gowns that you feel like, you know what? Maybe I can enjoy the governor's ball afterwards, right? But it's got a built-in Duchess silk satin corset, boned all inside. And that is what's holding up the shape of the gown. And another trend, not just structured, you see a little bit of the Watteau back, but then also there are pockets. Hello. You know, but this is one of those structured, very dramatic gowns. And the op art confetti print, this is again for one of those fashionista actresses who want to take a risk. You don't necessarily see a lot of prints on the red carpet, but this is one of those girls, for those fashionista girls that, you know, would want to take a risk. And then of course, we've got the caviar beaded panel right in the front as well. Gorgeous gown, sort of paying homage to those 50s Balenciaga dresses. Thank you. Got Lauren right here, yes. And now, of course, we have to do a sequin gown, because for sure you'll see the sequin gown trend at the Academy Awards on the red carpet. And it's one of those dresses, again, that's very simple in the front, but then of course, you've got the back shot, and you've got the drape, the cowl drape, bias cut. This is all caviar paillettes, hand beaded, and then it's got a little bit of a slit, and then the draping, the directional draping. It's a simple gown. You don't need much jewels for this, because the gown is jewel alone in it. But again, notice that there is simplicity in the front, but at the same time, you've got that wow back. Because of course, the photographers always want that. There you go, Lauren knows how to do it. And to me, this reminded me more of Rita Hayworth, Marilyn Monroe. You know, here we are sort of paying homage to goddesses, but also paying homage to the goddesses of Hollywood. I think that's a big theme, especially for tonight. Thank you, darling. Beautiful gown. Give Lauren a round of applause. Next up, we've got Amanda. Hello, Amanda. Now, here's a disclaimer. We know Amanda is a redhead, but she just dyed her hair the same color as the gown. Like, shut the front door. Didn't even realize until we fit it on. We knew it would work on her, but then we're like, wow, it really works on her. This is a great jersey, matte jersey gown. So it features, again, the trend of the goddess, Spartan goddess look, the hand gathering, the ruching, the asymmetrical neckline, the one shoulder, but done a little bit different. Notice the peekaboo in the front, and then of course, little movement. It's full here with the gathering, but then the slit as well. And then an asymmetrical back for that great back shot. And it's a comfortable gown because again, it's jersey, and it's one of those gowns that you make an impression with the dress. It's body conscious, it's fitted, but at the same time, it's very comfortable. There are lots of designers through the ages that have used that jersey. Halston, Bob Mackie, very famous for using that. Donna Karan as well. And I love the drape of the matte jersey. To me, it really hugs the figure well. A lot of ladies can wear dresses like this. You notice the asymmetry and diagonal lines of the gathering, especially in that midriff area. And what it does, it gives a slimming effect. So it's not just for design purposes, but at the same time, I say the fabric and the way it's draped can do a little bit of plastic surgery. Yes, for sure. I think Amanda looks fabulous. Perfect color. We call this terracotta. What do you call your hair color? Do you know? Burnt? Oh, I heard something.
No.
What did you say? Burnt orange, right? There you go.
like that better.
There you go. By the way, models talk. I know some of you don't think they do, but see, thank you, Amanda. We have another stunner right here with Janica, and this is again one of those wow gowns. Yes. Oh, I'm hearing oohs and ahs. So, yes, ladies, this is the gown that you want to go to the Academy Awards or awards. You want to step on the red carpet, and you want every other woman to leave the red carpet. Because when they see you with this, they're just going to run back to their limousine and go, gosh darn it, I should have called Nick. It's a hand-beaded sequin gown with paillettes, silver paillettes, on top of silk chiffon, very delicate. And I've added the capelet. This is a mini capelet. And to me, I was influenced by the 20s and 30s. You see a lot of capelets. In fact, if you haven't visited the exhibition, there is a capelet in the Great Gatsby tableau. So when you do go into the museum, make sure to pay attention to the Great Gatsby, designed by Catherine Martin, who's Baz Luhrmann's wife. And it's a very 20s silhouette and item that you saw during that time. And I love costume history books. I love going through the history of fashion. So it's about making something like the 20s era, which was an earthquake in terms of fashion. Because as you know, like in Downton Abbey, the hemlines went up. You saw leg, and the corset was released. So that I love the 20s because it really empowered women, and it paid tribute to them. And so for me, adding that sort of a modern, very 21st century goddess sequined red carpet showstopper of a gown, but then giving homage to the 20s with the capelet as well. And it's a detachable capelet, so you can just wear it without it, and it's just, I know. And she can just take it off. Do you want me to? Maybe? No, we'll leave it for now. We'll just leave it for now. But it's one of those dresses, again, if you don't feel like wearing the capelet, you can do it. But again, this is one of those gowns, if you really want to stand out, and you know, you're going to the Academy Awards, this is it. Thank you. So I showed you a silver sequin trend, and now we've got the golden gown. I should step aside. I know. Yes, so you know the Oscars is not the only golden statuesque, right? That you would see at the Oscars. The trend here, again, it's the gold paillettes on silk chiffon. And again, this is one of those showstopper gowns that really, when else would you wear such a gown? And it's a column gown with a slight train, but the slit, very high, sexy slit, giving great movement and great leg. And then the drape of the front that continues onto the back, as you can see. So it's all draped, I hand draped it, engineered, so it's all part of the gown. And you notice there are no darts, nothing in the gown itself. So what we did is we molded the chiffon, the paillette chiffon, onto a corset. There's a double, fully boned corset inside, underneath, that is holding her in. Giving her a hug, exactly. So again, the trend here is showstopper gowns, sequins, and notice a little bit of the play on the asymmetry. You know, it's not just a typical sort of one shoulder dress, but then you've got the cowl drape as well. You can have drape with a sequin gown. Usually you see these gowns and it's just sort of a column. I wanted to add a little bit of an interest to it and make it unusual. Thank you, darling. First of all, she looks amazing in color, and she's worn a lot of color on the red carpet. You know, we call this fuchsia, but I really call it bubblegum pink. That just sounds so much yummier, doesn't it? And it's a silk duchess fabric, which is a very haute couture fabric, and the dramatic cascade drape in the front. So it's all about structure, it's all about an architectural dress, and it's about making a statement. So this is one of those dresses that you have to be a confident fashionista girl, somebody like Lupita, who just wants to be noticed on the red carpet. And notice with a structured, couture-worthy gown. And it's great from the front, and then at the same time you've got the open back and the slit for movement and a slight mermaid of a shape. And notice also the asymmetrical pleating, the draping in the front. But for me, the star is right here. It's all about that look, right? That's it. That's the photo. Thank you, darling. Now, speaking of color, this is another trend for the red carpet, and that's the teal. This is like a deep emerald teal. And this is a variation on the mermaid gown that is very on trend for the red carpet. Amanda's back, and this is again silk duchess, and it's a different mermaid shape. I wanted to make it a little bit asymmetrical with the pleating on the side, but still retain that, what I call mermaid light shape. And the draping here and the asymmetrical pleating on the side. And this is all hand-beaded Swarovski jewels for a trim to add sort of, you know, a statement necklace, sort of a neckline, right, to it. And it looks great, again, for redheads. This is a gown I see somebody like, you know, Amy Adams featuring on the red carpet. It's very structured, again, architectural. The fabric itself, that silk duchess satin, I don't know if you guys realize, well, it used to be the Kodak Theater, I know it's now the Dolby. It's a really long red carpet. And I've commented from the Oscars, and literally they take 2 hours to walk from the beginning to the end. And they keep stopping and stopping and stopping. But you want to have these kind of gowns because you want to be noticed. From, you know, we're at the top in the bridge talking about the actresses, and we're like, oh, what's that teal gown? You know, what's that bubblegum pink? Who's wearing that? You know, so you really want an entrance-making sort of dress. Thank you, Amanda. Yes, you can give them applause. And I love, if you've noticed a trend that I love to do, I love to do structured gowns, I love to do draping, but it's about doing backless, but in different ways. So this is you know, just a different way of showing that. Thank you, darling. Black is always nice on the red carpet. The finale girl, Lauren, and this is again, ooh, hello. We have a friend. We have a red carpet friend. I know, it's your date. And so this is one of those gowns. To me, I was inspired by the 40s and like Lauren Bacall, and you know, those type of gowns. The strong shoulders and the silk chiffon cape. And this is a crepe back satin silk satin gown with the asymmetrical neckline and the jeweled waist. And so, you know, it adds detail, but again, it's dramatic. And now if you notice when she opens, when she does that it is backless. And there's a hint of it. You see it through the silk chiffon. But it's one of those gowns that is great coming as well as leaving. I call her Countess Dracula. Be careful of her. She looks sweet and pretty. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you very much. Now, I want to bring out my partner in Fashion Crimes, David Paul. Come on up, my co-designer for Nicolaiki. Thank you. And let's bring out the models. Red carpet fashion trends showing Nicolaiki right here at FIDM Museum. Big applause, thank you ladies. Showcasing the trends that you will see at the Oscars, Academy Awards, structured architectural color, sequence, showstopper, drama. Thank you everybody for coming. I hope you enjoyed the gowns and our mini fashion show. And please enjoy the FIDM Museum and all the wonderful costumes as well. Like I said again, this is, I think, the epicenter of style, fashion, red carpet, and I wanted to pay homage to that with my gown. So thank you again for coming. Thank you very much.